That's right. Welcome back to LordlyFam. SithLordly here on a Saturday with another one of these impromptu checking in with the fam. Is it really impromptu if I know I'm going to do it on Saturday? I have it in my mind. Definitely Saturday. If I can't make it work, maybe Sunday. We got Barbie Daly hanging out with us right here. Barbie, it's so great to see you. Thanks so much for all the wonderful support for me, Lady Sith, Keanu, and Jerry. And you got so much fun content on your channel. I can't wait to catch up as soon as we're done over here. This won't be long. We got Vince, sports card ripping teacher in the house. How's it going? Good afternoon. Yes, he's usually asleep when the sports content comes out at night. And but Vince, I appreciate you being here. This is more about what the LordlyFam's been up to. But I appreciate you popping in. Barbie, hockey's going well. There's actually two different channels. There's myself with Perch. If you remember Perchy, we do a Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, talking about hockey cards, ripping some hockey card packs and that kind of thing. And then every Saturday night, the crew that you knew on this channel before, we do Your Team Sucks, a hockey podcast. That's Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific. So you got a few options with that. But Barbie, I think this is exactly the kind of content you like. We got Robert Pop Springs in the house, man. That's right. You got a SithLordly in the daytime. People think I might be a vampire, but here I am, sunlight in the room and all. So this is like the third one here. Ever since I kind of did a format change on this channel is now about, us and the pets and baby Keanu, kind of a family vlog, if you will. Slowly, like Disneyland and all the fun things we do. But what we're going to do first, and before I do that, Cool Gamer's in the house. What is going on, Cool Gamer 2692? Appreciate you being here, Cool Gamer. I'm a gamer too. Oh, we got Raph, Allison Pearl Jam in the house, man. My SoCal bro, my cat's bro. We need to adopt a cat. We've been talking about that, but Allison Pearl Jam, they got the cats. Oh, we got Maya. What is going on, Maya? So good to see you. Thanks for popping there. Maya, we haven't talked in a few weeks, but in a way, you're almost like a catalyst for the format change that occurred here. I'm still going live with the guys on a separate sports channel, but they're not very pets oriented, and most of the people who support this channel are. So thanks for being here, Maya. So yeah, we're just going to run through some of the recap of the Spine Pets clips that you saw. And, I have a few photos to share too. We got Catitude in the house. What is going on, Catitude? I've been so much enjoying all of our chit chat and banter all through the week. Thanks so much for being here, Catitude. All right, so let's get this started. We're going to do, you can call them Spine Pets because that's how it originally started. You can call them Lordly Pets, but this is reel number 1.
Jerry and the abandoned slide. Heartbeats fast, but his tail stays high. Growling at a plastic giant in the sun. He barks once, twice, then he starts to climb. Hero of the parking lot this time. Jerry and
Yeah, if some of that looks familiar. So you know how you rehome pets? Well, I'm rehoming some of these clips off of the main Spine channel, as that is becoming more of a Fortnite channel only. I'm taking some of those old Spine clips of pets and putting them on LordlyFam. So, you know, if you have deja vu, that's why. And of course, I'm mixing in some new ones. Robert says baby Elizabeth is waving. Hi, baby Elizabeth. So glad to see you there with Robert Pop Springs, your grandpa. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're healthy. Catitude was saying how like there's so much abandoned stuff around here. She could like have a big reselling operation. There's so much. You go by the dumpster, people just leave stuff all the time. But it makes good music videos for Jerry. We got Solo Prowler in the house. Solo Prowler, thanks so much for visiting here, LordlyFam. I'm SithLordly. Got my wife, Lady Sith, and baby Keanu. They're watching downstairs on the TV, and of course, the star of the show is Jerry the Chihuahua. And yeah, I kind of did some reorganizing because you had a good chat with me. You were like telling me how we got the sports people and the pets people, all these people mixed in together. Not everyone gets along. Not everyone likes pets. I love pets. I mean, look at my hat. Look at my shirt. I'm properly dressed for this stream. Spine Pets has always been part of the thing for like 5 years. So I decided to make this a dedicated pets and lifestyle channel. Move the guys to dedicated sports channel at night. I'll drop the links on that. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on here. And it's great seeing you here. I don't really have like a regular schedule for this. This is just kind of, I know sometimes Saturday earlier in the day is when I want to do it, but thanks for keeping the bell on. Let's see. I just don't want to miss any other comments or anybody. Oh yeah, Moon over Miami popped in. I appreciate you, Moon. Big supporter of all the channels. Hope you have a great day at work over there. So I wanted to share just a few photos before we get into the next reel here. Some stuff that you see on the posts and maybe some other stuff that you haven't seen before. So just a touching moment here of baby Keanu and Jerry, their budding relationship as brothers. They get along so well. It's almost like Keanu's first words was like hooting and barking at Jerry. He's like communicating to Jerry in Jerry's language. It's so cute. You just start hearing this hooting from the crib or from the play center, and it's baby Keanu. You know what, Raph? He might be lurking. He was here earlier, in the other streams, having some banter with the pets people. So he might pop out. Here was another great photo of the brothers. Baby Keanu upside down like that, and Jerry just like hamming it up. Such a great photo right there. I'm never going to forget these memories. So, they both move so fast, it's so hard to get them still for a photo. They're whipping their heads around and stuff. It's really difficult. That's right, Moon. Brothers in crime. Thank you so much, Vince. I appreciate that, man. Then here's, we have this play center. So both Lady Sith and I work from home. We do pretty good kind of passing Keanu back and forth when he's not napping, but he's got this little play center. And, it's cute when Jerry goes up to the mesh and they have a moment like that. It's almost like a prison. You know what I mean? He's like visiting him in prison over there, but it's a loving prison if there is one. Also want to mention, so Lady Sith and I, a lot of our content is around Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, especially Lady Sith on Instagram. The old Spine Ticks main channel still has a lot of Disney content. And I'm still interested to make that content. I will bring it over here, but last Sunday was Anaheim Ducks Day at Disney California Adventure. That's the second park, next to Disneyland. It's more like the updated park, Pixar kind of stuff there. And they had the Anaheim Ducks. It happens to be my favorite hockey team, of course. We're here. So we took baby Keanu, and he he was a trooper, man. We were there like right after USA won the Olympic gold. We were in the car heading to Disney like at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Got there. We stayed there till like 4 p.m. It was such an amazing day, and especially as a hockey fan. I think, maybe Vince might be the only sports fan I see in the chat there. Maybe Pops, yeah. But, being able to take my son to Anaheim Ducks Day at Disney California Adventure, that was a big treat. So that's just, this last photo here. Family walks. You've been seeing a lot of those, on shorts and Also on the posts. Look at baby Keanu in a stroller, all ready to go, bundled up, and Jerry on guard. It's funny because he's got his hoodie there. It's been like super hot or super cold. When I say super cold, I'm in SoCal, so like me and Raph over here in SoCal, our super cold is nothing compared to like Vince in Chicago, right? He's like, yeah, get out of here with your super cold. But yeah, that's kind of our weather right now. It's like hot or cold. Am I right, Raph? Let's see. Raph says Temu Solani Day. Yeah, what an epic player for sure. He was great. Maya, I totally agree. Growing up with animals is the best start. That's how I grew up. And Keanu already loves not only Jerry, but his our in-laws dog, Belle. She's awesome too. And yeah, Barbie, definitely so wonderful that they're together. Oh, we got Perch popping in here. Look at this guy, man. Vince, I think it was you who said it was so good to see Perch's back. There he is, man. Perch loves pets. Perch has got a number of cats. Perchy, welcome to LordlyFam over here. Okay, so we're going to play the next reel, and then I'm going to come back, drop some links, and then, I got a total of 3 reels. I want to keep this under 25 minutes or so. We all got things to do on a Saturday, so talk amongst yourselves and enjoy this next reel.
Jerry and the sidewalk squirrels, running through his daytime world. Little hearts and twitching tails, staring down these moving trails. Jerry and the sidewalk squirrels. Jerry and the usual suspects, tails flicking in the daylight hush. They don't even look in his direction, cracking shells in the clover and dust. Jerry and the usual suspects wouldn't pause while the traffic runs. He just stares like a quiet detective, heart on a string in the afternoon sun. Jerry and the friendly squirrel, daylight buzzing in the trees. He could almost touch their worlds, paws so close, they slip like breeze. Jerry and the friendly squirrels, braver than the summer bird. Jerry and the climbing squirrel, daytime chasing a tilted world. Paws on stone, claws on bark, one on the ground, one in the dark. Jerry and the climbing squirrel, blink and the story curls up, gone from view, leaving him barking at the blue. Jerry finds Salem by the fence today, black fur breathing in the shade. Heart so steady for a moment stay, then you're gone like you never came. Jerry finds Salem and you slip away, footsteps echo in my brain. I say your names in the quiet haze. Jerry finds Salem and only grass remains.
Nice. We got Donnie in the house, man. We got Donnie, who is a Detroit Red Wings fan, and Perch together in one chat. Somehow, sports has worked its way back into here. But Catitude is just here for Salem and Jerry. Am I right? Yeah, Catitude, I haven't seen Salem either. So if you're seeing the Salem clips, it's kind of the rehoming I was talking about, taking those clips off of the Spine Ticks channel and repurposing them over here on LordlyFam. So just wanted to drop a few links, because I love pets. We all love pets, but not everybody is interested in that. We still like doing other stuff too. Oh my gosh, hold the phone. We got Deanna in the house. What is going on? So good to see you. Thanks for popping in here. Wow, appreciate it. Maybe because it's not like 8 p.m. Pacific, you can pop into a live stream. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a great Saturday. So good to see you. Everybody welcome her. So for those of you who still like comic books, I love comics. I know Perch loves comics. Dan and I, Dan De La Torre, who you know from doing live streams with me, we're still doing comic books on Spine Ticks Comics. So if that's something you're interested in, we've kind of settled on every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific, if that's your cup of tea. And you can find that channel there. It's less than an hour or so. We get really into the comics and the creators and the deep dive of comics. We really like that stuff, the nitty gritty details. So Dan and I are doing comic books on Spine Ticks Comics. Now, my man Perch, who I see in the chat, Perch and I are doing the same thing except with hockey cards. Because Perch and I, oh man, we love hockey. We love hockey cards. We love talking about hockey. And we love the entire league. So this is over at Steve's Hockey Cards. We've kind of settled on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So if you like seeing packs opened up, you like getting into the details of hockey cards and the league and all that kind of thing, then there you go. Perch and I over on Steve's Hockey Cards. And Perch has got his own YouTube channel if he decides to make content again. So make sure to support him. Make sure to support everybody. And then I know what you guys are really waiting for. All the sassy crew, everybody that you fell in love with here originally. I'm talking Uncanny Swag, Nikki 2 times, Dan, even Perch if he makes his great return to me. We're over on Your Team Sucks, and that's at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. That requires the mature warning filter because when you get a bunch of the guys together, it's like a locker room. So Swag told me he can only be on this show. He can be on no other shows, only 8 p.m. Pacific time with the mature warning filter. So that's where you can find all those other guys if you're interested. So make sure you guys, if you have anything that you want me to shout out here about your channels or what you're doing, drop it there so I can highlight it, get you shouted out. Barbie mentioned, on her channel, she's got a lot of great posts and shorts of pets. Maya, I know you do yours too. I'm waiting for the next live stream, Maya, that you might be doing. And Donnie does posts too. Donnie is big into music. A lot of cool stuff over there, so go check it out. And Raph, of course, Raph's always making his, he's got to make a return to his Friday music videos. I know, or just cat videos. I know, Raph, you had those on pause for a while, but you might be getting back into action soon. Yeah, NC-17, 8 p.m. Pacific time, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to play you the last Spine Pets, Lordly Pets reel, and then I'll come back and say goodbye. So enjoy this one right here.
Jerry acts the Max's way, caught in the loop with a quiet way, turning back in a lazy tail, picks it up in the world's alive. Jerry acts the Max's way, watching they come from the frantic side. He can't believe how still they lie, how still they lie, how still they lie. Stalk the daylight, sweet and owned. Spike in the living room, I feel quiet bloom. 20 seconds till you own the room. encounter, tiny heart, my shadow tall. You retreat, I step in closer, like a stranger at a funeral. Cherry and squirrel encounter, you ascend and I just stall. Both of us afraid of contact, both of us afraid to fall.
Frenemies, possible lovers, who knows? The funeral song, that's right, Catitude. You know, Suno AI is what I use for these songs. It's pretty good. I have to sift through some clunkers, but what I do, I mean, it's a pretty robust tool. I can put all of my own lyrics in there, or I could just set a title and a description is what I really do these days and kind of sift through the bad stuff. And I set the genre. I say like 80s goth electronic song called Jerry and the Squirrel. You know, as you know, I am an actual musician, and if I was retired, I probably could make a song a day instead of use Suno AI, but I'm still working stiff, so I don't quite have that time. But yeah, you know, it is interesting what Suno comes out with. Everything with goth is through Suno is like they are ghosts, funeral, this or that, the other. Let's see, Maya says, thank you for doing it. Hey, Maya, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It's so great to have, you know, like-minded friends all here in the chat enjoying this stuff. Let's see, Perch, yeah, man, I definitely would love to. I just, you know, I barely have the time to do anything these days. But I do have actually on the video section, I have A Broken Trust, which was featured in Cannibal Suburbia. Who knew that movie was going to do so well? It's one of those so bad it's good movies. So you could actually buy the DVD on eBay and Amazon. It is long since out of print. Yeah, I kind of curate them, Donnie. I basically set, you know, the prompts and kind of choose from them and decide, you know, is this appropriate? Is this fit the thing or not? You know, but yeah, it probably would take me. Well, first of all, I don't even have a studio set up these days. It would probably take me about 5 hours to do one of those songs now. But yeah, it's something to one day work towards, especially with baby Keanu. I want him to grow up around music. I've got an awesome keyboard, guitar, bass. I play all the instruments except for drums, which actually Lady Sith plays drums too. We both sing. So we'll be like a singing family for sure. All right, just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else's comments. I appreciate everybody who hung out tonight. Grammy type, you know what, actually, so I used to be in the music business, Donnie. Yeah, actually, in the 90s, I did a lot of music promotion for Jim Brickman, very famous piano player. If you look him up on Wikipedia, I think he's like the most charted adult contemporary pianist ever. I ended up getting 4 gold records from my time working from him as the actual music business guy. One day I should make some content on all of that. But then as the musician too, like if you look up in Wikipedia, I was in a band called Alien Fashion Show. Not my favorite band, but probably my most notable just because that band went somewhere and you can see my photo over there. Maya, thanks. Yeah, I'm definitely busy with Spine Ticks is Fortnite. This is Pets. I got 2 hockey channels. I got a comic book channel, a few others that you aren't aware of either. They're hidden. Yeah, Donnie, we'll have to definitely talk more about music stuff in the future. So anyway, you got the links. So if you want to see the comic book stream later today, Dan and I will be going live in about an hour and a half. Time for me to eat a tuna sandwich or something like that. And then I'll be back with the boys tonight. Barbie, yeah, I appreciate you. I'm glad that this time worked for you. I know the traditional Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific was a bit rough for your schedule. I'm glad you stayed for the whole time. So we're going to end it out with Sushi Chihuahuas. I'm going to try and work in another one of the old favorites back in the mix. We got Stella Persian popping in here. Stella Persian. I have 7 cats, and my cat's names Blackie, Peaches, Mushu, Chloe, Frankie, Stormy, and stuff. Awesome, Stella. Welcome over here to LordlyFam. Everybody in the chat loves pets. This channel is mostly pets, but also about my family, my son, and some of our adventures. So thanks for popping in here, Stella. We got Swag in the house. What is up, Swag? How many times did I say Swag's name? Probably like 15 times today. There's the guy. You'll be seeing him with me later tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, Perch, go crush it, man. I know you will. Swag, good to see you just in time for Sushi Chihuahua. So on that note, we will catch you all next Saturday. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I hope you have a great rest of your day, evening, weekend. See you next Saturday.
Chihuahuas rocking the sushi bar, walking at me like superstars, wanting all of the sushi rolls, drinking all